Hello there everyone, this is Iron Mark 3 and welcome back to Mecha Knights Nightmare, where I once again did a little bit of an oopsie. I played the next mission in the campaign, but my microphone was off. Yeah, as you do. As you bloomin' well do. So, we have to replay the latest mission for the third time because it actually smashed me down the first time, and the second time I barely made it. So, you know, it's definitely a heavy one. And I have also done some more raiding and stuff since then as well, so that's why my mech's loadout has shifted drastically. This loadout here, by the way, is just for show. I just thought I'd show you what I've got on it, really, because I was using this. I used this to actually rerun that underground level, which gave me a very, very good bounty, actually. But yeah, you can see there's interesting things on here. There's twin assault rifles, which are actually, it doesn't say so in the stats here, but these guys, it says they're all-purpose ballistics, but they're actually burst fire, and they burst fire 10 whole shots every time you pull the trigger on them. So it's like, a bit odd that, and it's not listed. There is a very interesting thing on my shoulder, as you probably noticed there, in the form of a shoulder-mounted Gatling coaxial, which integrates a Gatling gun and some armor plating. Very nice find there. And I also tried out the lights, and they do help a lot in terms of visibility range on night missions. So they are definitely a worthwhile consideration, if only you didn't want to use the slot for other things. Lastly, I had auto shotguns in both shoulders, and they were great against those grubs and the small to mid-sized enemies I was dealing with in closed quarters on the underground map. So, you know, really solid turret, I feel. But I have other things I want to be using on my shoulders. So let's re-equip the right shoulder with, of course, the Torden 1 hypervelocity cannon. Tasty. And then you probably see where this is going. Left shoulder. Hyper Torden 1. Hyper Torden 1. Hyper Torden 1. Yeah, I was grinding trying to find another Torden 1. Didn't get one. So I reran that underground mission and I got 3. So yeah, here we go. Never fear, Echo 7 is here, and I'm bringing the big guns. Very, very shiny. Of course, they have less crowd control, as we noted previously, or I think I noted in the recording. I might have been rambling in the mission runs that didn't get my voice, though, so, you know. But less crowd control for focused, go-away, middle finger energy is basically what these things do. So, yeah, very, very nice. Now, let's see, the hands. I like having auto-firing things on here, so I did try this thing down here, which I also unlocked at some point, which is the Iset grenade launcher. It says one projectile, but it actually scatter fires like a shotgun, so it's a bit misleading, that. But it's pretty powerful. The problem is that if it's slow firing on the hands, I seem to forget about it, because I just want to hold my keys down and go, ooh. Starfire MLR X200 laser gun. A direct energy weapon, drains energy from the mech's battery to charge. 175, fire rate 600. Guess what? We're going to give that a try. It's my first laser gun. We're going to see what it does. Do I have any other laser guns? How is this machine guns? No, it doesn't look like it. Also, by the way, the furthest S170s, I was saying from the stats they look like they might be decent. They're actually really, really weak. So they just don't deal much punch, sadly. I was emptying entire clips of the furthest 170 at some of those slug enemies to kill them. Things that, yeah, they just don't get deleted. I feel like these weapon systems haven't been balanced properly against each other, is the impression I'm getting. Because the furthest rocket pod is the same tier as this massive high velocity gun, and yet it's nothing like it in terms of damage potential, so it's like kind of odd. Anyway, equipment. I'm sorry, but I'm going to take off that Gatling gun. Because the only way I found to get through this next mission by myself was actually to bring something I've not used on camera in the form of sentry guns. Yeah. It kind of shows you it's a bit odd. Also, I forgot to change that left-hand gun. I'm going to swap you out for the double Gatling, I think. Or do I want the E3? Slightly more powerful, lower rate of fire, lower ammo. Well, if you're going to go with Gatlings, you're going to go with the dual Gatlings. There we go. Dual Gatlings. Fun for everyone. Equipment. Yep, so a couple of mine layers. Sorry, mine layers. Gun turrets. Right leg, going to keep the generators. I feel a bit guilty actually now that I'm thinking about it, because I've not been swapping out things in module slots. It's like, as soon as I get a good generator, it's like, ooh, I'm going to use that because I'm focusing on keeping the boost going, and my entire mech build is kind of reflecting that. Anyway, let's see. Slot 1, we've got cooling. Slots 2 and 3 are the emergency repairs. Slots 4 is the chopper. And by the way, I don't remember again which episode I mentioned this, but it turns out these having two separate things, they are on individual cooldowns, so that's why I've got 2 repair kits and the cooling just in case. The cooling is very useful, especially with high heat weapons like these high velocities. Passes, do I have anything on to repair? Well, oh, auto repair module. Me likey. I'll trade some weapon cooling speed for a constant auto repair. Yes, please. Constant auto repair. Very, very shiny. Okay. And also, no real new things in the mech actual pieces. And look at this. This is. I've said it before. I'll say it again. This pose, this blurred thing of how it's got the mecha ranged aggressively in the background. If you've got a big cannon on your left shoulder, it really gets in the way. So, yeah. Anyway, moving on. What we want is Rain of Fire, Mission 12. As you can see, things are going from bad to worse. Check diary. Found the cache, wasn't easy, got it. Spare parts, ammo, schematics, operational equipment, new prototype weaponry, hypervelocity guns. Yes, that counts as prototypes. High ups are excited, put a lot of faith in the prototype. Yes, I like the prototype I got. But Ethan's thinking about. Well, basically, he's thinking about how do the Reds know what's important? So, like, how did they react knowing we were there? Was it a trap? Were they luring someone in there? Did they realise its importance beforehand? And are they learning as they go? Is that hive mind really a thing? That's really what he was focused on in the rest of that diary. And my thesis was that hive mind is indicated. Understanding of our technology and stuff is uncertain. I mean, if they really knew the importance of that base, they would have left it as bait, maybe. I mean, they did leave it watched, kind of. But they didn't destroy the data centers with this stuff that we might want in it. If they knew what was there, I would have destroyed the data centers, honestly. So, yeah. But then again, they've shown themselves using lasers, and that's apparently the technology we just recovered.
This is command. Halt your retreat immediately. I need you to stand your ground. Delay the swarm and buy time for the Bosphorus defense line to finish deploying stationary railguns over the shore. It's absolutely paramount that you keep your allies alive. We need at least 50% of the forces in your area to stay operational. One more thing. A high-value helicopter was shot down in the area. It contains important data about the laser-type enemy that attacked the Air Force. It is crucial for the coming stages of defense. I need you to find and secure the data. The black box is contained within a Navy ship. We have the GPS coordinates of its last known position.
Any allies on this channel, respond! We're transporting cargo from the Alpha complex. Someone, please respond! We need help with me! Oh! Get off me! Get off me!
Echo 7, we got a lock on their position. I'm marking it on your map. You can investigate if you want to, but don't neglect the main objective.
Roger that, Command. You got all of that, man?
Yeah. A damn scavenger hunt in the middle of the apocalypse while the greatest monster army ever and fast converges on our location. The stage just keeps getting better.
That's the spirit. You two hang back and stick with the troops. I'll go look for the data.
It's not all bad news, Echo 7. The Navy will cover our retreat. Their rocket batteries are yours to command. Navy will commence a barrage of missiles against the enemy. Call them in if you're in a tight spot.
Solid copy.
So yeah, that we heard that about a convoy. That was these items here. So I just whipped out to grab those, and that's because this is actually a mission on the clock. Honestly, apart from being a bit loud, this laser is actually feeling really useful. And yes, it is drawing from our reactor, and as it happens, we are a reactor-built mech, so that's actually okay. Anyway, moving on. We have to wander out here while they hold their line. Okay, it looks like there's actually respawning waves coming from this direction before it shifts on the gears on me, so I do actually have to get this dealt with. Also, I'm loving the laser's accuracy, by the way. And I don't care at all that it's actually sapping from my battery. My battery can sustain it very well. If you find another laser cannon, I'm definitely switching my other arm to it. Yep, right. So, the thing is, this is a multi-stage mission, as you probably inferred from what I just talked about. Yes, I can press, I can call in artillery barrages. Splat. I love the hyper-velocity cannons. So yeah, secondary objective is to get that stuff.
I'm at the crash site. Stand by for upload.
Roger that, Echo 7. Remain within the perimeter of the chopper as long as the upload is in progress.
Solid copy.
The laser is very good. But yeah, we need to come out here, get the data from the crash site over here. Yes, I see you there. Enemy goes splat. Glorious. But yeah, there's another objective, which is the one that it said, which is like keep your allies alive, and that is the kicker in this mission, and what made me fail it last time. So that's why I'm just thinning the thought as well as I can out here, but I don't know what's happening over that way. You see, my allies are under attack.
Job, Echo 7.
Yeah, that was the hard part. Now all we need to do
missiles.
is destroy the biggest army the world has ever seen.
You make it sound so easy.
The grave, and you're making jokes. Good work.
And
but
look, there's
be advised,
flyers and
Echo 7,
things.
Satellite thermal scans
I'm just
suggest
buzzing
that the
this
enemy
way to make
forces
sure there's no
advancing on your
crates
location
I've
are massive
dropped
in
over here that
size
I'm not going to get. There are
Multiple
not.
Juggernaut-type enemies have been observed within the storms. You will be seriously
You see, there's
outnumbered
many
if you are
things
caught
over
here
here
when the
though,
main
so it's a
forces
bad
arrive.
place to be.
I suggest that you comb through the area quickly and return the main forces.
No way! It's him! It's Echo 7, that guy that saved our asses during the evacuation.
Never fear, Echo 7's here.
Sworn to destroy the enemy artillery? Yeah! No way!
You're catching quite the rep, Captain.
I am, yes, but I want to get out of here because my energies are actually running low.
Bradley's down! Bradley's down!
Also that, there's enough enemies to... Bye-bye. There's enough enemies to count as 5% per ally, sorry. So that tells you how many allies we've got, and apparently we've already lost 2 of them. And that's because the enemy is attacking them as well. They're being really smart about it. That's why I'm coming in. Because they can't reliably defend themselves. So I've done that. Now I'm going to start Operation Deploy the Turrets, or should I say the meat shields, the decoys, the ablative armor, because here we go. These don't get resupplied, by the way. But as you can see, they're also drawing fire as well, so They act as decoys. As long as they survive, they've got infinite ammo. But they also cost me $20 every time I deploy them. So, yeah. But I'm getting them down now just to get the attention of the enemies more than anything else, and to help lay down cover and fire. Also, I see this enemy over there. Yeah, take that. Oh, well, hello.
Echo 7, the supply helicopter will soon arrive at the drop site.
Have I deployed all my turrets? No, there's still a couple left. But that's all my turrets out. So, let us keep on piling on the herds. Now, there is also a reason why I deployed all my turrets over that side, and that's because one of the ways this mission gets a bit nasty is, you see that opening there? You can probably guess what's going to happen, as in big enemy waves come that way. And I need to slow down on my boosting. Jeez, I'm actually running low on energy. You know what the solution to that is, of course. Learn how to aim would probably be a good one. Also, I'm going to pop one of my repairs. Don't need my cooling right now, but I do need some healing. So, let's actually go ahead and do that. But yeah, basically if we lose...
The mech is critical. Fuck!
Yes, it is. But now it's not because I just patched it up. So, relax, we're fine.
So, what's the plan for dealing with these swarms?
Shoot them all.
For now, Europe is our foothold. The front line is at the north of Ukraine. It won't last. We all know that. We're just buying time.
Ah, here they come. There's many enemies, including what I've learned the game calls juggernauts, the ones I've been calling queenies. I think I'm going to stick to my name for it though, as like queenies. Because they remind me so much of StarCraft queens. But that's also why I focus all my guns over here. Ready for this lot to start appearing. But that's why I still need to try and protect my guns, because I paid $20 for them, darn it. They are not going to die as long as I can help it. And let's pop the cool shot. Yes, I know that's a mech warrior term, but it's applicable here.
I wonder how they're doing in the south. The African and Arab Alliance has deployed near the Suez Canal, but we haven't gotten an update from their lines yet.
There we go, take you
Just
down.
as bad as here. I don't think anyone is getting along strong in this deal.
China is struggling in the east as well.
Last I heard, they were deploying in Kazakhstan and Iran. It's crazy to think how much ground we lost to the Reds.
I wonder if we'll ever see an end to this hell.
Fucking hell, they got the Bradley.
There's another one. That's 15. The laser's tapped out. Okay. And we've got a massive swarm flying coming in at the same time. Lovely. This is where I can really use the cool shot. But I don't have it, so I'm going to have to deal with the best I can. It's overheated. Everything's overheating. Nope, you get to die. Trying to burn into them as best I can. The one thing to note is we don't actually have to kill all... Oh Jesus, missiles. We don't actually have to kill everything here. Oh, my other repair. We just have to hold on long enough until the mission decides it. You know what, that's enough. You can go now. That's what we need. Just have to hold on. Pass it on circling. Can't keep running into the toxic stuff. I think a lot of my turrets are dead now already. Oh, you stop chasing me. Everything's overloaded. Splat, you're dead. Circlings. Yeah, this is why having a bunch of extra turrets to just draw their fire is so useful. I'm running out of ammo, aren't I? Yes, I am running out of ammo. It's pretty darn hard. Out of my way. Energy burned out. Right, looks like I'm walking for a while. Come on, we can do this. We can do this. Damn it. Oh, you stopped chasing. Go away. Go away.
Echo 7, the supply helicopter will soon arrive at the drop site.
On. I know, I'm not doing... Very nice to clump up on those turrets, but I'm not doing great commentary right now, that's because I'm just like focusing on... I keep forgetting. Tab, incoming friendly artillery barrage. I mean, they give us that for a reason.
Incoming barrage.
I keep forgetting that we have that. I guess it's because I'm not used to having those things, but also I don't know where they're going. The enemies are over there, not over... Unless there's a big spawn of enemies. Crap, got it. Right. Them. What were they shooting at? There is more enemies coming that way. Yep, they were actually hitting something over there. Nope, yep, tab, definitely tab.
We need support now.
I need support! Shame they're behind that cliff, but you know. What can you do about it? As long as it blows holes in the enemy ranks, I am fine with it. Need to stop my burners because energy... So you see what I mean? This is actually trying to keep a lid on the enemies. Is a bit of a rush on this mission. Oops. What? Over here. Oh, I'm not cooled down. Okay, now I'm cooled down. Fire, fire. Cool shot. Let them reload for a second. Kill them. Fire, fire. Missed that one. Oh, I did, but only just. Artillery.
Fire support. Commence barrage.
Firing.
Oh no. Cool off already, darn it. Also, I think I'm going to take off that auto repair module if I'm going to be entirely honest. I mean, sure it's great, but if you look, my HP is barely ticking up. It's in no way able to keep up with the damage I can pick up in this. So it's all health over here. Oh well. So we've only taken 30% casualties so far. I know that sounds like a lot, but our target is to keep it at below 50%. There we go. Come on. Oops.
This is...
And there we go. Grand,
Roger
good
that,
job,
Command.
evac.
Echo team moving out.
So you see what I mean about it being a very abrupt ending here. Let's see, did we got... Oh hey, we got another shoulder gatling! Haha! You know what that means? More Dakar. So, dual cannons worked about as well as I was expecting. Sure, having to wait for the cooldowns was a bit of a pain, so the howitzers have them beat in that regard, especially for like massive splash damage on those howitzers. I mean, 5 shells, big blast radius, what's not to like about them? But yeah, the focus damage on those howitzers, on the rails, is very nice. I keep calling them railguns, the hypervelocity cannons. Mind you, it says they're railguns, doesn't it? Let's see. Hybrid chemical magnetic, so yeah, it's a railgun base system. Very nice. Did we get any other cool toys in here? Nothing really leaping out at me. If we look down here, hey, we've got another dual Gatling. Well, guess what I'm going to equip on the other arm. I mean, yeah, the lasers, I've really enjoyed the laser's accuracy and rate of fire. So that's really good in terms of that, and no, that was the wrong one. There we go. So quad Gatlings, baby. But yeah, equipment. I'm seriously thinking of like going for the generators I picked up on here as well, which I didn't mention. So plus 7 energy regen on those things. That is amazing energy. Though it seems like shoulder slots are more valuable and more powerful than leg slots, just because you can fit a wider range of equipment in there. The legs, it's not much variety available. So I could just do all this and push my energy regen even further into whoopsie daisy la la land at 61.8. My mech is basically a walking reactor at this point in this configuration. But, well, sacrifices must be made in the name of Dakar. Also, I'm looking at our load. Mass is considerably higher on the guns. We might need to swap out our legs for this, because the dual Gatlings are really heavy as well. The sacrifices that must be made in the name of Dakar. Yes, slightly overweight. Passive module. Self-repair is very, very slow, so it's barely worth it. So I would actually prefer to have the better cooling, which is I find it. Auxiliary cooling pack. Help my weapons cool down more rapidly. You're an extra generator. You're an extra generator. You're an extra generator. So you see what I mean? I'm literally packing the generators into this thing. So that's all good. That's all Dakar. The problem is the legs aren't quite up to the what we've got it, so need to swap the legs out if we can for something a little bit stronger. So let's see, our current one has load 7,500. We are slightly above that. Need something 7.5-ish. We might be looking at actually getting some heavy legs on here. Unless we can tone something down a little bit. Maybe we can. Maybe we can swap out the Gatlings a little bit. I know, losing Dakar. Don't worry. I just want to check the relative weight of some of the other Gatlings. So, let's see. Mass 200 less on the 30 A3s. They do slightly more damage per shot, but with the standard Gatling firing rate of like 500-600 RPM, which is definitely low end for this kind of weapon, honestly. But, yeah. And they do sustain a bit better because of their lower rate of fire, so if I swap out to the A3s, we will solve our weight problem. So that's that. Where's the Gatling? There's the Gatling. There it is. So a pair of A3s. 104. So there we go. That's the first time we've had to try and balance our weight so precisely, but hey, we've still got multiple Gatling systems installed and twin heavy cannons to say goodbye to whatever. Though one thing I think I need to do at this point really is I want to get the light and go. There we go, because we are the enemy. We are Legion. And then let's see what's the secondary. Let's go ahead and invert our color scheme, I think. So let's do that. Wish I could actually do this a bit more accurately, but hey ho details. Actually, let's keep that one as black. There we go. So a bit of a darker colour scheme now. We're starting to be a bit more camouflaged, but we've still got our signature colour scheme in there. There we go. Just adjusting the mech slightly, so there we go. And we've changed our look a little bit as well, but I'm afraid that's also the end of the episode there. I'm sorry for tacking a few minutes into the, I wanted to say mech bay, but in the hangar, and on the end of that, but I kind of wanted to do that because there was no time to do another mission in this particular episode, and I wanted it to hit the 30-minute mark. So, we're going to call it there, and we'll take this thing out next time. So, this has been Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. And we'll catch you all some other time. See you all later. I'll have a quick look through these as well, see if I can swap anything else, but I don't think I can.